Hello everyone! I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Faye, and today we are gonna do a pick a card reading about your next relationship. What it's gonna be like, how you and your partner will feel in this relationship, and much more. Everything that's going on, we will discuss here. And if you've never done a pick a card reading before, we have parts number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can now choose the pile you feel the most drawn towards. Pause the video if you like. Take all the time that you need. Maybe close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Concentrate on the question, what will my next relationship be like? And when you open your eyes, maybe you have a better feeling which of these piles is the right one for you. Maybe your eyes are drawn to a specific pile, or you feel something when you look at that pile, and then you will know how to decide. But without further ado, let's get started. I'll see you in the reading. Hello, pile number 1. This is your reading about how your next relationship will turn out. And I'd say we can get started right away. Okay, let's have a look. We are starting out strong with the Hanged Man. Let's put him here. And I've asked for this card to represent where you will stand in this relationship. So this right away makes me think that not only will you feel that this is a very significant and important relationship in your life, because the Hanged Man is a major arcana card, but you will probably also gain a new perspective on your romantic relationships overall. Like, he's upside down. So he has to see the world from another point of view, but he doesn't look unhappy or anything. So this relationship might be something different and new for you, something you haven't experienced in this way before. So yeah, I suddenly got the feeling that for some of you who picked this pile, it will be your first relationship maybe. And that doesn't have to be the case, but it's definitely a possibility if you were drawn to this pile number 1. And I think this will be a relationship where you can really be yourself, and where your partner accepts you for who you are, and you might even have a really strong spiritual connection with them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were a spiritual person, or if you felt encouraged by them to live in that kind of spiritual or like self-improving way and live out your spiritual needs, if you can say that. And this relationship will probably be built on like very powerful values. Oh my god, I don't know if you could see. Yeah, you can see him very well here actually. Okay. Then I've also asked the question if there will be any obstacles or difficulties for you with this new and next relationship. And we have Temperance in reverse. Wow, it's another major arcana card, so I feel affirmed that this is most likely going to be a really intense relationship in every way. And I feel like the most difficult thing for you with this relationship will be to commit to it. And there might be some questions and doubts you have about this relationship, probably in the beginning. And you might feel a bit indecisive or unsure about it at first. But this is really the only thing I see at the moment. Yeah. Okay. And then now we're going to look at your partner. And here we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Oh la la, okay. So right away I get the feeling that the relationship with you is gonna help them tremendously. They might have been through some really tough times, as you can see on this card, and probably also recently before you two like get together. So you are the one who's really gonna show them like the light at the horizon, I guess. And also like the light we have here on the Hanged Man card, you know, the light that's surrounding his head. And what's most important is that they are ready to leave this dark path behind. I feel like they already started to work on that by themselves, and like they already worked on lifting themselves up again. But this relationship with you is really gonna speed up the process and make it a lot more easier for them to recover and heal. And next is the Chariot, another major arcana card. Ooh, alright. This card is supposed to tell us what difficulties your future partner might have in this relationship, and I think they might be someone who wants to have everything under their control. I feel like they are someone who oftentimes does things on their own without the involvement of other people, and like sometimes disregard problems instead of speaking about them. And it makes sense with the Ten of Swords here that they have some inhibitions because they've been through a lot and don't always know how to navigate certain situations. So I feel like for you guys, difficulties, these two things kind of bring each other about. Like, you are not sure if you want to commit because you see that they have difficulties opening up fully, but it's harder for them to open up because they see that you are a bit unsure about them. So I think overcoming that will be the biggest challenge for you two. Now, let's move on to your thoughts in this relationship. And for you, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So I definitely think that you will have overall a positive mindset regarding this relationship. And the first thing that comes to mind when I see this card is trust, actually. So, because it's in reverse, obviously, like if it was the other way around, it would be like a bit, oh, maybe someone's doing stuff behind your back, but it's in reverse, so I feel like this person really deserves your trust. And you will believe that this person really deserves your trust. And I get the strong feeling that you two will share everything with each other and will be almost like partners in crime. And what I also want to say is you will be willing to overlook some of the difficulties, like these ones here, or just normal problems two people in a relationship have for this person, in favor of all the beautiful things and experiences. Yeah. Your partner over here has the Eight of Swords. And I think it's interesting that this is another sword card as well. Like you had a sword card on your side. Because it's almost like a decision-based way of thinking, you know? And don't get scared because the Eight of Swords always looks like uncomfortable and a bit scary and somewhat threatening, I feel like. But I think this person is really trying. You know, they are taking step by step forward diligently, but they are doing it carefully because of their restrictions. Like the person here can't see anything. And they are somewhat scared of getting hurt because of that. But they really want to go forward with you. And despite these things that hold them back or would hold them back usually, they are still like coming towards you. Okay. Let's look at your energies and how they come together with the next card, and it's the Four of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, so I see a lot of stability. Actually, the symmetry of this card always feels like something is really like balanced out well, and so I think the two of you could be very successful and on top of the world together. And I also believe that you are gonna wanna hold on to each other very much. Like he kind of holds onto this coin very tightly. So I feel like this is kind of reminiscent of the way how you two are gonna wanna hold on to each other. Okay. Next is what you will gain from this next upcoming relationship. And I have to say that for you as well as for your future partner, so many cards wanted to come out, but we only chose one here in this reading for you. So yeah, it's the Five of Wands in reverse. You will get very harmonious interactions on a daily basis in this relationship. You will gain a steady environment, and an environment in which you will have the continuous support of one person, of this person, of your partner. And then for your partner, we have the Eight of Wands. And your partner is finally going to get to move forward. They are finally able to take action through this relationship and actually actively make progress. And they are able to do that because they are with you. Oh, by the way, do you see how we have 2 5s here and then 2 8s here, and here it's the swords and here it's the wands? How nicely that's like mirroring each other. I think that's like a very nice little confirmation about what we just said. It's really the symmetry we talked about here. It's even like visually there in this spread. Did someone just moan? Did one of my neighbors just moan really loudly? Okay, finally for the overall outcome of this relationship of you as a couple, we have the Page of Wands. Ooh, and his gaze is lifted upward into the sky. So I think you will be able to strive for new heights together in this relationship. And it will provide both of you with new motivation and excitement for life. I feel like you will show each other the endless possibilities and values life has to offer. And I also get the idea that some of you who chose this pile will be like texting constantly with this person, like, or you're in contact 24/7, because the Page of Wands is also a messenger. Like, I feel like cute wake up and good night messages will probably be a staple in this relationship. Cute. Okay. Then finally, to finish this up, we will pull some oracle cards for confirmation, and yeah, for both of your sides. So for your side, we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Oh, nice. So yeah, you will probably want this next relationship to be your last, which is interesting because, you know, in the beginning I said that for some of you this might be your first relationship, but I guess for some people it's that way, you know, like only one person in your whole life and you only love them, which is really cute. If that's the case for you, congratulations. And yeah, you probably will want to get married to this person. and there are good chances that it's actually gonna happen. And for your future partner, actually 2 cards came out, so we're gonna look at both of them. And it's retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world and trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Alright, so with the retreat card, I get the feeling that, you know, you are kind of their retreat, if you get what I mean. It's like this relationship with you is like one big retreat. Like, they're not going into like, I don't know, where do you go for retreats? Like they're not going to like an ashram or whatever, but they're just going to be with you. Like, you can see the people there walking through nature. And I know I said before that you will help each other to appreciate your like surroundings and the world more. I think the card really represents that as well. And you two are gonna like be in your own little world and really have this fresh and healing experience together. Like, yeah, healing is a very important assignment thing then your partner will need to do, and you will, yeah, as I said, help them tremendously. And then trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Right, here we said that you will trust this person, but they will reciprocate your trust as well. It's not only because, you know, if you could, I don't know if any of you like got the feeling that it's a bit imbalanced, that everything on your side is like a bit more positive and then your partner will maybe have a bit more problems. But like, I think this card, especially these both cards in the end, they really confirm that they want this relationship and that this relationship is good for them and that it's something that they really enjoy and in which they can give back to you despite everything. Okay, pile number 1, this is it for your pick a card reading about your next upcoming relationship. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see other videos from me. And I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your pick a card reading about your next upcoming relationship. And I say, let's get started. Okay, we will start out with a card that represents where you will stand in this relationship overall. And it's in the Page of Wands in reverse. So this makes me feel like this could be a bit difficult because, yeah, I get the sense that when you first enter in this relationship, you might have a lot of doubts. And like the Page of Wands in reverse can also represent like infidelity, but here I get the idea or the feeling that either you are still hung up on your previous relationship and maybe that's why this feeling comes about, or you have the feeling that your partner is still hung up on their older relationship and that makes you a bit insecure or unsure about them. But yeah, in the beginning you will probably feel like this relationship is a bit of a challenge, or like, yeah, a bit of a challenge. Okay, then the next card is if there are actually going to be any difficulties or obstacles for you in this relationship. And we have the Queen of Cups. Alright, I think what's difficult for you in this relationship is definitely being clear about your emotions, reflecting on your emotions, and becoming aware of what you actually feel, so you can then like clearly either communicate it or base your actions and decisions on that. There might still be this confusion going on, which could be an obstacle, but I get the feeling that you're really also like figuring stuff out in this relationship. Okay, then next for your partner and where your partner stands. Oh my god. And where your partner will stand in this relationship, we actually have the world. Wow, okay. So for your partner, this relationship is like, you know, kind of the perfect relationship. We have like everything suddenly falls into place for them. Everything kind of comes easy for them while they are in this relationship with you. Probably also in other aspects of life, not only in their love life. This feels kind of perfect, but I don't know, this relationship kind of elevates, you know, their level, and in other aspects of their life suddenly things start going smoothly or smoother as well. So this is the feeling I get, like they are probably like really putting their all into this relationship, or at least they really enjoy themselves and think very highly of it and value it a lot. Yeah, it's really kind of as perfect as it can get for them. Okay, for obstacles for your partner might face, we have the Two of Wands. And this makes me think that your partner probably also has like a bit of commitment issues. So they are probably thinking about if they have to choose, or if or whether they have to choose between you and like something else, either their like profession or their business, or maybe even just, you know, their lifestyle. Like because he has a globe in his hand, it always like reminds me of traveling and getting to know the world. So probably there could be like the feeling that they still want to do a lot of things and are not sure if they can do that while they are in a relationship. So this could be an obstacle on their side. Ooh. And then we have the thoughts, both of your thoughts in this relationship. And the card for you we have here is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I don't know, I feel like on your side you can kind of see like a progression here from like really confused to like reflecting and then really stable and dependent. Like I think you will really see the like reliability of this person and like get to know this kind of feeling of being able to trust someone, because you know they're always there for you, and no matter what you do, you get the feeling and you think that this person is there for you to rely on. Okay, and then for your partner we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, so your partner is probably still a bit confused at that point, because you know, like they know the relationship is technically perfect with the world. We have that established here. Like they know, they feel it's perfect, they know it's perfect. They've never experienced anything like that probably, but then they're also like, but I have to commit, and so like this kind of spiraling thought pattern is probably a bit prevalent for them in this relationship. They're like, but is this the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? like probably like, am I missing out on something? Like these kind of thoughts are probably bothering them. So let's look at how your energies come together. And we have the Queen of Swords, actually. Ooh, okay. So again, I feel like, you know, with the overall energy in this reading, it's like, I can't really say if this is like gonna be a relationship that lasts, or if you two will part eventually after you learned what you had to learn from each other. But I definitely feel with the Queen of Swords here that you will clear everything up, you know? Like all the difficulties you had. In the end, you both will stand there and be honest with each other and with yourselves. And you will decide based on all these different points what the right thing is for you to do, if you will if you will be together, or if it's maybe not the right time for you. But the Queen of Swords also always gives me the feeling like, in case you do split up, it makes me feel like it's not for good, maybe. Like there's still hope. Like there's this kind of hope for maybe it's not the right time at the moment, but there's still the chance that you two will come back together in the case that you do find that it's not right for you at the moment. Okay. And next we have what you will gain from this relationship. And actually for your side we have the Five of Swords in reverse, which is funny because it came out like exactly like that in the first pile as well. And this actually is kind of nice because you will have gained trust for this person. And you will have learned so much through being with this person. No matter the outcome, you will have learned how to overcome maybe even failure, how to overcome defeat and setbacks, and how to learn to trust a person. Because, you know, it's here, we have it here in the on the spread right next to the Page of Wands from the beginning, where you maybe had difficulties trusting this person. So you will really have learned how to open up and how to deal with so many things in life and to take things as they come. And this will really, like, again, elevate you in your personal development. Okay, and then for your partner, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so they will also learn a lot of things from you and from this relationship. So they probably were able through this relationship to reevaluate their past, and on that, based on that, make decisions for the future. It's like kind of like like we saw in the end here, like when everything comes together, they will really also have learned to reflect on what they really want and to kind of get to know themselves better as well. So, and lastly, we have an overall outcome for you guys' relationship, and it's another card that came out in pile number 1, and it's the Hanged Man. Okay, so yeah, I think it's pretty clear that you both will stand in this relationship as people who in the end know what they want and can be true to themselves. And it was really difficult for both of you in the beginning. I feel like there was a lot of inner turmoil going on, but in the end, maybe there's no end to this relationship, I don't know, but like finally we have you like changing your perspective and really being able to appreciate everything about the circumstances and to handle the circumstances as they are. Okay, let's have a look, because this is quite complicated. Let's have a look at more oracle cards for some confirmation. And the first we have the one for your side, and it's honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be this time in this relationship where you're gonna like have that honeymoon phase, be really happy together, really get like the opportunity to be really in love and be lovey-dovey together and do things together and go places together. And I feel like this energy is quite prevalent between the two of you actually. Once you've like cleared things up, this might be really like the reason that in the end you two will share a very special connection. Like, as I said, I think this will be very meaningful, and this kind of infatuation with each other will probably carry on for a long time, whether you are together or not. This is what really holds this relationship together. Okay, and then we have for your partner 2 oracle cards that came out, and one is make the effort, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Then we have express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this is kind of cute. I feel like these oracle cards are a lot more positive and overall encouraging as compared to the tarot cards. So I feel like there might be a lot more to come for you in this relationship once you've overcome the rough patches. And this person, they will show you how much they love you, and they will really put the thought into it. And you know, when I said here you will think that you can rely on them, that's maybe because they always do like the right thing and they listen to you, and they show you how much they love you, and you don't have to doubt that love, even if times get rough. As I said, like there's this overall like consensus that you two do love each other, and you know that this person loves you. So especially after the beginning stages where you were probably worrying a lot, this person really took it into their... Why am I suddenly talking in past tense when this relationship is still about to happen? Well, this person will take things into their own hands and show you how much they love you. Okay, pile number 2. This is it for your pick a card reading. I think overall we can say that this is a very, very, again, meaningful and formative relationship in your life. Like, this is something you will like treasure for the rest of your life, because you will learn so much from your next relationship. And if you were in any way entertained by this, let me know in the comments below. If you liked the reading, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see other videos from me. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your pick a card reading about your next upcoming future relationship. And I'd say we can jump right in. Okay, we'll start out with the tarot cards. And the first one we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this card is supposed to represent where you will stand in this relationship. And I get the feeling right away that you will feel very satisfied from the very beginning in this relationship. And you will also feel very abundant. And like all doors are open for you, you know? All doors are open for you in this relationship, but also like in other aspects of your life. And yeah, we also have like the fauna on this card kind of blooming here, growing. And this makes me think that this is what you will suddenly see and feel and plan for yourself. Like you will suddenly see this bright and blooming future for yourself once you enter this relationship. Okay, then for obstacles or things to watch out for, we have the Four of Cups. And the first thing that comes to mind is that it might be difficult for you to accept this person's feelings sometimes. Like I feel this relationship might come about rather abruptly, like from close to scratch. Like, you know, this hand appears out of thin air and you might not see it coming, and you might not see what exactly they are offering you because you are concentrated on what you already have, on these three little cups right here. And maybe you will feel a bit reluctant to seize that opportunity at the beginning. Okay, now for your partner, we have the Fool. Okay, and to be honest, this gives me kind of similar vibes to what we had for you here with the Ace of Pentacles, in the sense that, this person sees the bright side of this relationship. They walk into it without any worries or doubts, and they enter this relationship because that's what they want to do. And they also take the circumstances as they are. And more importantly, they take you as you are. So they don't really have any high expectations or like always want everything going according to what they feel like it has to be. They just take things as they come and then work with that and accept that and see the beauty in that. Okay, for them the difficulty lies here in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So, you know, we established that they are kind of a free spirit now, and I feel like they don't really have their life planned. They might not really know how they will own their living on a long term, and that could be a worry to them because maybe they don't feel stable enough to keep up a long-term relationship, since they might not be a very disciplined person. And this is why I feel like the obstacles for them would probably rather occur in the long run. Okay, so for your thoughts in this relationship, we have the Empress in reverse. Okay, and I feel like you will think a lot in general in this relationship and about your feelings especially. Like I get the vibe that you will try to plan out everything that's going on in this relationship, that you will be quite serious about it all, that you will constantly reflect on what's happening with this relationship. Yeah, for some of you who picked this pile number 3, there's also probably some overthinking going on in this aspect. Yeah. So you will have a lot of thoughts about this relationship, definitely. And then the King of Wands in reverse represents their thoughts, your partner's thoughts, your future partner's thoughts. And they might think about not wanting too much responsibilities or expectations on them. We said earlier that they don't really expect anything from you, and they take you as you are, and maybe that's what they want for themselves as well. I feel also like these are kind of resisting thoughts, like a reaction to something. Like if something in particular happens between you two, they might react with these kind of thoughts and think about it in this like pushback type of way, like, oh, suddenly I am not sure anymore, or like suddenly I feel like this is all too much for me. Suddenly I feel like I'm taking too much responsibility, even though I'm usually more this kind of person who doesn't really take things seriously, because we've established that they do like enjoy this relationship and everything, but like where they're like sometimes they're a bit like commitment issues might be a thing for them, which is not a bad thing because you can learn from that as well. We'll see with the next cards, and that's the card that's supposed to show us how your energies will flow together, and it's the Ace of Cups. So wow, yeah, just like I said right now, this shows me that of course this relationship is not based on thoughts, but rather on your emotions. And this also shows me like a new emotional beginning for both of you. And I feel like this is confirmed by the other 2 cards that represent new beginnings, with the Ace of Pentacles over here, and then the Fool, who's the first card in every tarot deck, with the 0, and we have them kind of, in this triangle. So for me that confirms that it will be something very new for both of you. But in the end, this emotional like overflowing synergy, if I can say that, I guess that's really what makes this relationship. Okay, so the next card is the 5 of Wands, and it's representing what you will gain from this relationship. So this tells me that throughout this relationship, you will learn to develop a healthy dynamic with this person, but also in general with people probably. So you will learn how to deal with conflicts in a healthy way. You will learn that fighting from time to time is normal, and I feel like you will really develop your ability to deal with differing opinions and so on. And what also comes to mind is that you, with this person, will always have someone on your side to fight with you for your goals. So you will make the experience how it feels to ask support of someone, and then in return be supported, and someone wanting to support you without you even having to ask. Just overall having this strong and reliable support system behind you. Yeah. Okay, and then as for your partner, we have the Page of Swords. So let's have a look. I feel like we have some visually similar aspects with the Fool. So yeah, a person walking, not really looking in front of them, And this makes me think that in this relationship, this person will kind of come full circle, if you know what I mean. So they will come in as this really careless person, which is not always a bad thing, as I said, but they will come in knowing what they want for the moment, but maybe not really knowing what they want overall in their life. And this person's kind of looking back on where they've come from, like on their path they've already taken. And so this person will learn to reflect on their past and to learn from what they've done and what they've been through, and also from this relationship, what they've experienced with you, and then use what they see in the past to go forward. So I feel like they will make quite a development within this relationship, and they will learn, I think they will learn what they want while they are with you. They will know, and they will probably want to be with you. I think that's like the inevitable outcome of this. That it's just like the feeling I get. Okay. And then lastly, for the overall outcome, and then lastly for the final card, the outcome of this relationship, we have the 8 of Wands. I love this card because to me it always gives this very positive energy of growing and growing together, especially, which is wanted, I guess, in a relationship. And there's this feeling of encouraging each other to achieve even greater goals and even better things, and doing all these things together and really starting to take action. So I feel like you two really complement each other, and you two are really good for each other, not only in the romantic sense, but also when it comes to the rest of your lives, where you will really support each other and lift each other up and make sure that the other person can unfold all their potential. Yeah. Okay, and then we have 2 more cards, which are the oracle cards, to have some confirmation or just see what's up in general with this relationship. And for your side, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So yeah. Cool. I guess that says it all, right? Like, this is probably the love of your life, your next relationship, and this is the relationship that will really, how do you say that, form your romantic history. Yeah. So this is the relationship you will look back on, depending on whether you still are together in the future or not. I mean, it looks pretty good right now from what we've seen. So no matter what's the case, you will, maybe when you're older, look back on this relationship and be like, this is it, this person, and this is the most important relationship in my life, and this was my one true love. Okay. And then for your partner's side, we have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, I think for them, this was this kind of roller coaster of being a bit like, yeah, I want this person and everything's really good and perfect and I love this relationship, but I still have some doubts and some problems to commit for some reason that have nothing to do with you, but more with them, obviously. And I think this is, first of all, confirmation for them that, they've already met you. There's nothing better than this. Just, say yes, and that this that they know that you are the one for them. And also what we can see here is that for some of you who picked this pile number 3, you already know this person. You're not in a relationship with them yet, but you know them, and you will, I don't know if you will be surprised, or if it feels like it comes quite easily to you overall. Like, of course, we have like some strains like every normal relationship has, but I feel like in general the dynamic between you two is quite, natural. So yeah, it makes sense if that is someone you already know or have known for quite some time, or if it's like someone from your friend group, something like that. That could definitely be the case if you felt drawn towards this pile. Okay, pile number 3, this is it for your pick a card reading today. If you liked it or were in any way entertained by it, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to see other readings from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 4. This is your pick a card reading about your next upcoming relationship. And without further ado, let's hop right in. Okay. We will start with the card that's supposed to tell us where you will stand in this relationship. And it's the Emperor in reverse. Okay. So this is giving me very strong like feminine energy, because it's the Emperor card usually, is like that masculine authority kind of feeling, kind of vibe. But since it's in reverse, I'd say you will be very like in your feminine energy in this relationship. And I guess overall one could say that you will be very empathetic and giving and understanding in this relationship, having this really like nurturing role almost. And also when I mentioned like that authority of the Emperor just now, I feel like some of you who chose this pile maybe are not the kind of people who really assertive, at least in the beginning stages of this relationship. And this doesn't have to be regarding your partner, but just in general. Maybe you're just not yet someone who knows how to like keep up your boundaries or something like that. At least that could definitely be the case if you chose this pile number 4. Okay, then next is if there will be any difficulties on the way in this relationship, any obstacles to look out for. And it's the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, this definitely makes me think right away. You know how this kind of represents, at least to me when I see it, it's like happy family, everything's perfect, you like have a partner, you have kids. I feel like your family might be not very satisfied with this relationship. I think there could be some upcoming difficulties in your family, some tension, I'd say. And this could also be your partner's family, but because it's on your side, I'm gonna assume that for most of you this is like talking about your family. Yeah, there's the possibility that they are not gonna accept your new partner right away. Maybe they do something they don't approve of. Maybe they, I don't know, are older than you or younger than you, and they think that's not appropriate. Something like that could happen in this next relationship, where you have to kind of go into this relationship on your own without any support from your like current support system, if you know what I mean. Like that could be something to look out for in this upcoming relationship. Okay, and then as for your partner, we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, yeah, your partner will probably go through a rough patch when this relationship starts. They are maybe having some like rude awakening. Something is falling into place for them. They are realizing something that's not very comfortable, something that keeps them up at night, something that's just overall really draining for them. Yeah, I think this is where they will be standing in the beginning of this relationship. They're kind of all over the place and really caught up in this thing, whatever it is, that's bothering them so much. Okay. And as for like kind of problems on their side, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, so definitely with what we've been seeing here, this gives me the idea that kind of how the Wheel of Fortune always keeps moving and always turns and turns and turns, and there's ups and downs, kind of always in this endless circle. Just how life is, that this person might have problems like overcoming this hardship here. They might feel it's starting to get better, and then suddenly, something happens again and they feel worse again. Maybe this is just kind of their burden they have to carry in life, if you know what I mean. Some people, just have to live with something and learn how to live with that, and it can be difficult, like kind of, getting a stable foundation, because life always keeps happening, so you have to kind of balance out your good times and your bad times and how to deal with them. I think that could be their major problem in this relationship, or an obstacle for them, where like in bad times they might feel like they are not able to keep up anything, and in good times everything seems quite normal. So yeah, I think they just have to learn how to deal with their life overall for this relationship to work. Okay, and then we have, for your thoughts in this relationship, the Hierophant. And I believe that probably we have been talking about like family issues on your side, maybe so like kind of this feminine energy. Why do I suddenly feel like I have to say, like, you were raised under the patriarchy, under like, kind of these male conditions and traditions. So now this is also kind of how you think, and maybe you are a very traditional person, or maybe you are a religious person. I think religion and just tradition, all these things could play a large role in how you think about this relationship and your thoughts about it. But I wouldn't say that this will negatively impact your relationship. I think that's just how your thoughts are kind of shaped and have been shaped throughout your life. So this is just, the setting for your thoughts and how they will be in this relationship. I don't think anything particularly negative or positive about it. I think it's more, this card is more about how you will handle things that come up with this relationship. Like, for example, let's make it very drastic and say you come from a very religious household, but you are in a homosexual relationship. If that would be the case, I think you would have to like come to terms with how you were raised and how your thoughts are regarding religion and regarding yourself as well, and regarding this relationship, of course. But I don't think that it necessarily will like eliminate the relationship for you, if you know what I mean. Like it's just something you have to think about in that time. Okay, I don't know if that made sense at all. Like, my thoughts on this, like on this card especially, are kind of jumbled, so I hope you understand what I meant. Because for me, usually when I look at the cards, I just have the feeling in my head. And sometimes it's difficult to put it into words, you know. So that's just the kind of feeling I try to describe now. As for your partner's thoughts, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so your partner will be very in touch with their emotions. They will reflect on their emotions a lot in this relationship. They will be very passionate about this relationship as well. They know that they want it. They know that this relationship is what they want. And this person just really, I feel like they just kind of think about how much they love you, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I guess this is gonna be a very emotional relationship for them. Okay. And then we have a card that's supposed to tell us how your energies kind of flow together. And it's funny because it's also a cup card, so it's literally flowing, and it's the Page of Cups in reverse. Which, like, the Page of Cups, if it was upright, it would be more of a, like, kind of, you know, curious, like, I don't know, prancing about and experiencing stuff and seeing magic everywhere. I feel like this is a bit more subdued, in the sense, not that you can't enjoy life or whatever, it's just that it's a bit like the Page of Cups in reverse. For me, it's a bit more serious, a bit more like a grown-up relationship. I feel like if for you who chose this pile, your previous relationship felt more like, you know, like teenage love, or kind of playful love, or like kind of this first love kind of feeling, then this relationship is gonna be the one where you say, okay, this is really the one, like, this is really my first grown-up relationship. You know, we're both adults and we have adult responsibilities, and we act like adults together, and we have this shared experience, I guess. So now we're gonna look at what you will gain from this relationship. And for you, the card that comes out is, see, the Lovers. Oh, okay, very, very nice. Okay, so this is quite obvious, I'd say, right on the nose. What you will gain from this relationship is just really a loving, romantic connection. Very pure connection, something that makes you very happy. And also, this makes me feel like whatever happens, this is a relationship you will never regret. Like, you will never look on this relationship with any, like, major negative feelings or associations. It's more like something really integral to your life. And I feel like for some of you who chose this pile, number 4, this will be like really the love of your life kind of situation. Okay. And your partner, of course, will also gain something from this relationship. And for them, it's the 4 of Cups. So I guess, like, this makes sense with what we said over here with the Wheel of Fortune, because, you know, this person really is going to learn throughout this relationship how to deal with the things they already have, like the 3 cups standing right in front of them that are already there, and learning how to kind of live with them. And he also always kind of looks like he's meditating, so, and how to be, like, mindful with them and in tune and in flow with the things they already have. And then also how to recognize opportunities, like this cup coming from nowhere, basically out of the sky. The sand is coming in to the picture and offering them something. And I feel like this person will learn how to deal with opportunities and also not to overdo it. Like, I feel like they would really learn when to say yes and when to say no to things, and where their boundaries are, and how they need to manage themselves in order to keep like a healthy balance. Okay. Oh, also, did you notice how on your side we had kind of the major arcana coming out in a row? So we have here the Emperor, which is number 4, and then the Hierophant, number 5, and the Lovers is number 6. I feel like that's kind of good confirmation for the progression of your relationship. Like, it progresses and it develops, and then you will like arrive at this really ideal Lovers. See my hand? Yeah. Lovers card. Okay, the last tarot card for today is going to show us the kind of result, if you could say this, of your relationship. And it's the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my god, so nice. I feel like this might be really the person for you. I feel like there's a very good chance for the both of you to have this, to build this very steady relationship, something that's the foundation for like a family and a home and financial stability and living together and having this familiar atmosphere. And yeah, just of this feeling of coming home is what I get here. So also in contrast with the 10 of Cups in reverse here, I feel like if this might be if this is really a serious situation, depending on how serious it is, you don't need to worry, because you will have your found family and your support system, what I mentioned here, and your happy ending, I guess, no matter what happens. So this person is really compatible with you, and like living life together with them will be probably very, very abundant and comfortable, and yeah, as I said, it feels like coming home. Okay. Oh, wait. And also we have... Wait, did I just see something that's not there? Oh, no, I did. Oh my god. Okay, so we also have 10, 10, 10. Like the Wheel of Fortune is the 10th major arcana card, and then 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. It's also like exactly in a triangle here. Very interesting. And yeah, I just see these kind of little things as affirmations and confirmations for those readings. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot cards that are just gonna tell us a bit more like details or ideas or overall like vibes for your relationship. And the card for your side is Love Yourself First. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay, this is interesting because first I would have assumed like that would be a card for your partner, right? Like, because they seem to go through stuff, which of course doesn't mean that you can't go through stuff also. But like in this reading, your self-esteem or anything like that didn't really come up yet. So I feel like if you have problems with that, with loving yourself, or if you don't feel like you love yourself yet, this person is really gonna help you to learn to do that, to be content with yourself, and to learn how to love yourself like they love you, maybe. And yeah, this will just stabilize this relationship more. once you really love yourself, and maybe your partner, once both of you love yourselves, this relationship will become even better. And then for your partner, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay. You know how I said that for some of you, this might be like your first adult relationship or something like that. I feel like maybe some of you, or a lot of you who chose this pile are a bit older or already starting to plan on how to settle down. So I think when this relationship starts out, this might be in the talks, you know? Like you might be at the stage in life where when you go on dates with a person or when you meet a person where this is the topic, children. And I don't know whether you want children or not. I think that could be a major pivotal point for them to decide if they want to be with you or not. But like I wouldn't worry about that and be like, oh my god, I don't know if I want children or if this next person, what am I gonna say to them? Maybe it's wrong or not. Because no matter what you want, they're gonna want it too, you know. So also for some of you, this might be like you don't really care if you want children or not, but this person really doesn't want children, or this person really does, and for you it's more about like being with the person, but not like, you know, the thought of children is not really like that important for you. But if it's like just a part of sharing your life with this person, then you might be open for it, you know. So yeah. Call number 4. This is it for your pick a card reading today. I hope you had fun and enjoyed it. I felt like you have a very good energy going on here, and this next relationship will be a very happy one, maybe your last one. And if you in any way felt entertained by this video, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to see other videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.